And at this point, UI, I am expecting a lot, of course, from UI because they are one of the teams of that are famous for drafting a lot of cheese and including bread and even some jams. So
I
we'll
mean,
see.
I kind of get why they go for the cheese because Wildcats, Tom, they're putting out the cheese so they can catch Jerry.
Oh my god! How
Yeah.
did you even connect all those?
Yeah, I'm just good with the
Jeez.
connections, guys. So anyways, I think it's about to start already here. But again, there's just not. I mean, we can't really talk about this so much anymore because we have to wait for the second draft to begin already, and I think it's about to start here. The adjustments really have to go for UI. It can really feel the tension in the air already. Game number 1. There's a lot more games already because at least to wait for because again, this is a best of 5. There's so much that we can do. Yes. So now, as we see, Karma will be taken away from the board. She is probably one of the best champions right now to pick up 9.12.
Yes.
And UST once again just fans out the rec side.
Oh.
Another one of my babies aside from Mordekaiser. Really good jungler overall. You get yourself someone who's super strong, kind of like a solo 1v1 champion, but has good utility in fights. So everything you want to do. And they're actually just getting the bans out on junglers. What the heck?
Focus banning on Tamsu, so there's gonna be a Nautilus being out, probably a Kenzo focus ban, but Aatrox has been utilized by their top laner Kurosu, so if he doesn't go Malphite, he doesn't go utility Lissandra, then probably yes, I can be an Aatrox and probably try to match the damage output if you play another carry top laner for POW. But at this point, you're right, Karma being taken out could be used top, mid, and support as well, taking out a lot of flex picks. Yumi's gonna be used. She's gonna be the first pick as well. I mean, not revealing too much. Yes, Sivir. If this gets locked in, this is gonna be a very scary combo for sure on the bottom side of the map. My oh my, I love me some Yumi.
Okay, the Wildcats getting the cat in the game. Again, too many cat puns, sorry about that. But anyways, this will just mean that Sivir is going to be nigh untouchable in the bottom lane. You need to have multiple CCs to be able to catch this woman here because Yumi is probably one of those really niche supports that have that gives your champion good heals, good movement speed boost, and even has good amounts of poke when you do know how to use her. And it meshes well with the Sivir, who is arguably right now the strongest champion or the strongest ADC in this current patch, which is very scary if you think about it.
It's actually pretty funny how when Yumi came out, a lot of people were just super angry that either Yumi's gonna be useless or most of the feedback was Yumi's gonna be useless, and then you see it being played in the LPL, LCK, and other regions, and now you see it here in Esports AcadArena. But now they're taking out Morgana, which is a standard. But Ezreal, so Crit is going to take a step back. Okay, I'm going to be Ezreal. Wait for me to have my 2 item power spikes, the Marumasa, Manamune, and the Gauntlet, Iceborne Gauntlet. Like, let me chill for a little bit. And now it will all depend what shot is going to use, because it's going to be very detrimental on how they're going to transition, how they're going to last. Because what happened was USC managed to get so much lead to the point UI was not able to come back. Oh, it's going to get taken out this time around. Irelia once again locked. We'll see what the next ban is going to be. Tom Kench actually being taken out. What are the choices? Mid lane, actually that could be a flex. Irelia could be mid, could be top. But it'll be their choice. I see you smiling.
I don't know what was that about. They do remove the Olaf there because Michael might have picked himself another Olaf, which we did again see. Game number 1 was nigh unstoppable, but another one who is running rampant in the jungle is the Hecarim once again. One of the strong things about a Hecarim is that when you get the Conqueror rune on him, and then you have yourself the W hit, I forgot what it's called, but it does so much heal with the Conqueror synergizing well with it, basically making Hecarim such a
Taste of blood?
No.
Okay.
That's another
a rune. Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, his W is basically his entire kit makes him nigh unkillable once that W is still pulsating around him. So it's very, very scary. He has a lot of initiation with his Shadow Moses, the ultimate. That's what I call it.
Ooh.
And it seems like the answer here for UI will be Corrosive in the top lane with a Renekton. I do like this one because the Tom Kench is out of the play. Maybe something that UI or Salvarinaria was looking at. Renekton is freed up to actually go about this. Renekton is such a bully in the top lane. Not a lot of matchups do go well against him. So maybe something that doesn't go against him. A Jace could be taken here for UST. But once again, they will go for Lissandra. Could be something that just staves away the Renekton, but if she makes a mistake, Corrosive will run her down in that top side.
I actually like this competition from UST. It's very team fight heavy. Imagine movement speed on the hunt will just amplify Hecarim even more, allows Lissandra to be in the middle of the fight as well as Irelia. Yumi can reposition as well. So everything just meshes well together, especially with Yumi's ultimate and just get everyone in. And now for the side of UI, in terms of damage, I am a huge fan. And at the moment, they're going to be a little bit more chill. I feel like Renekton is also one of those heavy level 3 champions that deal a lot of damage in a short span of time. He's a combo champion. For Aurelia, is going to be very reliant on the stun and the blade surges. So if you miss that stun, you're going to miss a lot of potential trades. So Renekton might take advantage of that because in terms of stun, Renekton is definitely more easier to land than an Irelia stun. Meanwhile, for Elise, for me, again, Cocoon, it will depend on your skill shots, but a huge ton of magic damage as well. Hecarim, on the other hand, you can just run. It's hard to miss someone when you just run towards them. So a lot of important kits into play for UST and as well as for UI. Game number 2, we're going to have a best of 5 series, and it's all about that mental reset as well. You came from a very dominant loss from game number 1. UI has to make that reset, not let it get into their heads, and just continue on, just learn from the first game.
I like that. Dominant loss.
Dominant loss.
I think it's...
I didn't... Well, maybe I just want to say something else other than a stomp.
Yeah, but it is what it is. In any case, it looks like, again, like you did say, Salvarinari here looking to have a much better composition. I did mix this up a little bit. I thought it was going to be the Lissandra into the top lane, but they immediately know that we can't deal with this Renekton with the Lissandra, even though I do have that one route. Renekton basically has 2 dashes with his Slice and Dice. If you can connect one onto a minion, you can just follow up with another one, basically null and voiding, null and void the mobility or at least the keep away of the Lissandra, blowing her up pretty easy. But the same could be said with the Aatrox and that Elise combination in the mid lane against Sarah. And Michael here might have a difficult time kind of advancing with his teammate because, if I'm not mistaken, the Cocoon of Elise can stop out the running of Hecarim, but he can't stop the ultimate. So pre-level 6, it might be better for UST here to play safe, wait for Hecarim to get the level 6, and then use his ultimate to kind of start the fights whatsoever. We'll have to see. It's going to be very exciting. This best of 5 has started really, really well for UST Tigers, but we haven't seen yet what UI Salvarinari can bring to that table.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're expecting for Michael to try and power farm because all of these lanes are pretty safe. They have a really good amount of waves clear. You've got the boomerang from the Sivir. You've got Lissandra with her Q. Irelia, in the meantime, Renekton can just probably chill, but I assume Renekton or Corrosive is going to try his best to keep up with the trade, harass Pao in the top side of the map so that Tamsu is ready to devour once, Pao is low HP. It was the perfect setup for Tamsu to get a gank. Sivir, Yumi, and the bottom side are going to be safe, definitely, in comparison to a Pyke and Miko lane. They're going to have a okay time. I mean, Crit and Kenzo are going to have an okay time in comparison to the first game that they had.
Yeah, it's going to be much, much easier for them. I believe Crit is one of those guys who does like the at-range AD carries. He doesn't like to play down and dirty.
Down and dirty
with his opponents. He likes to be that guy who's just in the back line. That villain who just kind of presses his glasses like that and just kind of mischievously plans in the backside,
I know what you're gonna.
letting his teammates do his bidding for him.
Gendo.
But anyways, Ezreal is basically that champion for him. Even though Ezreal is kind of like looks like the good guy, he's actually the bad guy. But no, that's what I said. Anyways, game number 2 is gonna go underway almost. So while I'm doing this, we're waiting to get into the rift, guys. And oh, do I hear it? So all right, let's have it here. Who here is rooting for Salvarinari?
Woo!
Okay, we
There are
got
people saying,
somebody.
"Woo!"
How about the Teletigers? Okay,
But
we also
the
have
people over
somebody.
here. Yeah, the people over here.
All right, in the front. All right. Of course, again, this is the home court of University of Iloilo because we are in Iloilo, guys.
Yep. And game number 2 is going to be very, very exciting. I think what I am a little bit worried about is because we mentioned lane priority is going to be very, very important in this game. But then again, I don't think Kenzo is pressured to roam. But although, based from what I've seen so far, the play style of UI talaga is that they really want to take advantage of the early game. But looking at it now, it's a little bit mixed, and I feel like Crit Kenzo just want to chill a little bit more, wait for their 2-item power spike. Shot as well, but also maybe going to be a little bit more aggressive using the early strength of a Renekton, especially once he reaches level 3. With Tamzu maybe going to try to get top side, maybe prioritize top side, but for because Crit doesn't have to do anything too much. But I'm a little bit worried that perhaps maybe since the wave clears is all very, very strong coming from UST, they might want to try and push. Therefore, if they try to push, they can do more things around the map. Maybe try to get Dragon better, have better Dragon control. And I think that's the only thing I'm worried about for UI side. But UST, I'm worried about them as well. If they give UI so much time, they might spike up and they'll be catched off guard.
Yeah, speaking of Dragon Control, I think both teams actually have a really good chance of just taking it early onto the game. Because if you think about it, both supports are really good at kind of assisting their junglers, giving either shields for the Lulu or heals and shield for the Yumi. So either way, it's going to be whoever gets that quick pick onto the Dragon because Hecarim does really good at taking down the Dragon with his Q. At least that's what I think. But easier said than done, easier done would be with this Elise.
I thought you were gonna say easier done than said.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, this looks like a really good kind of even matchup for both of these teams. Anyways, it's alright. Did I say that twice? But yeah.
Wait, which one?
Anyways, I did say that twice. Yeah,
I didn't notice.
Yeah, going forward into this one, it seems like it's gonna be once again into the hands of the junglers because if you look at it from the perspective of the respective lanes, top, mid, and bottom lane look very even. At least for me, an Aatrox wouldn't be able to harass the Lissandra because Lissandra can keep at range. She has slows to keep the Aatrox at bay. And in the top lane, Renekton might have a slight edge against the Irelia, but she won't get blown up as quickly as if it would have been the Lissandra in that top lane. So really good adjustments here from UST and UI looking much more all around than what we saw on game number 1.
Plus, looking at the double teleport, I bet they're looking towards ganking the side lanes here for Sarah. I mean, you have a ton of CC on your Eternal, or your kit rather, and that means I can visit either side. Maybe I visit Pau, maybe I assist Michael, maybe I go visit the bottom lane here for Len and Crescio. So, at this point, it's really a good decision to put Sarah in the mid lane despite being maybe an advantageous or disadvantageous matchup. Either way, it still works if you're aiming for that presence in the map. Meanwhile, for UI side, it's quite different. Carrying Ignite, definitely, maybe Tamsu could tank mid lane and catch Sarah off guard so that to maximize and get that Ignite. And because I imagine AEX is going to be chill in the bottom side of the map, Kurosu not so much. So right now, Tamsu, I see, yes, Elise is going to visit Kurosu's lane and as well as Chote's lane in the early game.
Either or, it seems like even through all of the changes, it seems like Aatrox hasn't really lost his luster, especially against low kill pressure matchups. He still is able to bully out. He's still a really strong overall pick, especially in pro games. In rank or in solo games, he's not really the best because you have to really coordinate with your team. But once you do, or once you are kind of comfortable with him with your teammates, he does
So much.
so much damage and so much presence in the team fights once you have that world ender and you're smacking everybody with his Q. Something also interesting to point out is that Ezreal never really lost his place as one of the core ADCs that you can pick. Right now, I did say that Sivir and Jinx are really strong in that ADC role, but Ezreal is kind of like never missing his mark. And it just goes to show because he builds so differently compared to the other ADCs, wherein Sivir is already strong with one completed item. Ezreal can be strong with two incomplete items. Sheen and Tear of the Goddess, he's already good with that. I mean, he's not going to be the best, but he's already packing a lot of punch with those particular items, and it's super cheap. Like, you get yourself, what, 800, 900 gold for the Tear of the Goddess, and then 1,200 for the Sheen.
Community members. And our goal is to do cool shit. All right. Right now, we are hosting our semifinals for the Badopatopic Battle Royale. And we have our semifinalists. We have Mariel and Luis, who's been battling it out for 2 days almost. And our grand prize for this battle royale will be a PS4, PlayStation 4 Uncharted edition. All right. So basically, what's gonna happen right now is that these two contestants will choose or pick a weapon of their choice, and will go up against each other. All right. When I count on three, I want everyone to shout Rumble Royale. On three. Pick your weapons. On three. One, two, three. All right. How many tickets did you get?
283 trinkets.
So basically, he killed 280 plus people. How about you?
Huh?
How many lives? How many lives did you get?
What do you mean live?
The trinkets.
181.
181. So these guys have been battling it out the whole day. And now they're in the semifinals and a few steps away from the PlayStation 4 that we're giving out. All right. Let's start this thing. I want you guys to pick your weapons. Rumble Royale on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rumble Royale! 1 point for Ari. Let's go again. Pick your weapons, guys. Ready? Rumble Royale on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rumble Royale! Oh, 1-1. All right. Let's do it again. Pick your weapons, guys. 1, 2, 3. Rumble Royale! Wow, tied. Okay. One more. Pick your weapons. Rumble Royale on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rumble Royale! Oh, still tied. Let's go again. Pick your weapons. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Rumble Royale! Oh, 2-1 in favor of Adi. One more. Ready? Pick your weapons. 1, 2, 3. Rumble Royale! Oh! 2-2 tight na, guys. Last one, last round. Okay, sino kaya ang mga kalaban ni Luis dito? Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. Pick your weapons. 1, 2, 3. Rumble Royale! Oh! And Daddy wins! Galing, galing, galing. Alright, guys. Alright. Alright, let me call on Suzy Soar, guys. Yeah. No prizes. No prizes pa.
Hi guys! Hello! Good evening Iloilo guys. Hello po!
By the way, guys, we bought stuff for you.
Yes.
Alright? As our promise, Rumble Royale likes to do cool shit.
A surprise for everyone.
Who wants a free bull picks? I don't hear you guys. Louder! That's what I'm talking about.
Ito meron pa.
Can I hear a Rumble Royale? Let's go again! Alright, all together, I want us to be united. Rumble Royale! Rumble Royale! Rumble Royale! Alright, guys, thank you for having us. See you again.
Here we are again. Oh, okay, there we go. Here we are again. Game number 2 has resumed. Let's get into the rift to drift and get this shindig started.
Okay, I thought you were gonna do a rhyme. I was about to help you, but then nothing came onto my
Slam
mind.
poetry right there. But now
Hey,
this
I did
is.
a rhyme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. Sorry, because I was saying slam poetry. But anyways, game number 2 has gone underway. Can USD Tail Tigers bring, or rather give themselves that 2-0 win or 2-0 lead? Or, of course, UI Salvarinari bring this back to a 1-1. We'll find out as soon as we finish this game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so when we finish this game, we'll find that out. But,
We'll find out.
well,
Yes, siree.
it just started. Anyways.
Yumi's just the cutest champion. I really think she is the cutest champion. Voiced by the same voice actor of Morgana from Persona 5. Just a little fun fact.
Oh, cat for cat.
Cat for cat. Magical cats is the game here.
You know what I want to see is another dog champion.
Aside from Nasus?
Yes, that's why I said another.
Wait, is there... Okay, Rengar. Yeah, that's true.
Rengar's a cat.
Huh?
Rengar's a cat.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because is there another cat champion in the game?
Yeah.
Yumi? But anyway, a little bit trade there. First skill on the...
Nidalee. Nidalee's also a cat. Half cat.
Yeah, half cat.
Alright, anyways.
Thought you were gonna say something. All right, nicely done by Sarah. He's gonna try to stop the wave, but Kurosu and Pao is just gonna dance a little bit, spot each other out, maybe get that first.
Yeah, it's the dance. Pao is just saying, you know what, Kurosu, I know you're there. Just peek out. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get the initial damage on me. I'm smarter. I'm as smart as you. I'm a genius. But anyways. Both junglers starting on the respective bottom jungle sides, and it seems like he actually got all those CSs, right?
He didn't. He only got one minion because the three melee minions were about to get destroyed.
Yeah. Oh no, that is a.
He only got one because he was supposed to do the. I suppose that was his Q, correct?
Yeah.
He was supposed to use his Q to clear all three minions, but he missed. He used the Q instead to push Pao further back. But anyway, just as you said in the matchup in the mid lane, Sarah will continuously probably try to get the Q in, get that poke, so that the level 3 of Chote wouldn't be as comfy.
Yeah, true. Both junglers will be rotating to the top side, maybe to go for that level 3 gank, but at the moment it's only going to be Kurosu who's overextended the stuns from Pao not connecting at all, and this is what we were talking about. What if he cannot connect those stuns from the Aurelia? It seems like Renekton might have a slight easier time here. Scuttlers should be spawning in about 9 seconds here, and whoever gets that will have a good advantage. Look at Tamzu looking pretty dang good, puts out a ward on that brush. Could have a flank maneuver here onto Sarah, but he's only level 3. Actually, no, he is level 3, so that would put a bit more pressure as he tries to rotate. Sarah does not spawn him out with his own ward, so this could actually be good. Goes around as he spawn him out. No, Sarah could be in a bad spot. Connects the Cocoon, there's the connection, there's the root, and has the force to flash out Sarah without his summoner stuff.
Yeah, Aftershock will definitely help surviving in these skirmishes, but that is still a flash burn, so job well done from UI with that nicely placed cocoon from Tamzu, and this is just going to be a trend, or a needed trend from Elise. But again, free mana for days for Len with all the poke. Gonna try to catch out crits. Qs, but look at that poke, that's so painful.
That's what I'm talking about. You get yourself a little bit of that movement speed boost. You get yourself, the support from the Yuumi. And if you think about it, Sivir's Q goes through anything. Ezreal's Mystic Shot does not. And he actually Arcane shifts through that. He spots it out. Could force the flash here, but immediately goes in onto Kenzo. Kenzo putting the shield on himself. Michael does good chunk of damage. Even though they don't get the kill, they get the pressure off. And that will force Crit and Kenzo to respect, back off immediately, and force a heal as well from Kenzo.
Yeah, good synergy on the bottom side of the map from Kresho and Lien on Sivir Yuumi. All their Qs synergize well. Get that slow in. You can just control it when you are hopped on towards the certain champion. You can control the Q for the mouse cursor, and it hits every single time. So at least they managed to just eliminate summoner spells and the bottom lane with that heal as well. So Michael decided to go for Kenzo just to get a little bit more sums, and mission accomplished for USD.
Again, a little bit of characteristic here. But anyways, there's going to be a tussle into the top side. It could be the kill. First blood done by Pao. Kurosu's Call the Meek was on cooldown there. He could have actually gotten the kill because he was, I think, red on his Fury bar or his Fury meter. But that was some really strong right-click damage coming immediately out of that Aurelia. Really dang scary. Could have gone either way, but Aurelia will get the FB, the first blood rather.
Ooh, that was a really nicely done first blood. Gonna take in that phase, take it on that top side, and more trades. The stun connects Blade Surgeon back, and Drop roll down to Pao here in the top side. Again, you said parang naka-cool down yung all of the meat niya kaya hindi siya nakapag-trade na mabuti. And I saw the minion wave was actually in favor of Pao, so I imagine that the aggro was drawn kay Kurosu. Kaya additional damage din on Renekton kung bakit siya natalo din sa trade na yun or sa 1v1 na yun. But anyways, looking at Kenzo getting poked out, have to choose between the shields here. Will I shield my AD carry? Will I shield myself?
Yeah.
At least it helps a little bit in mitigating the poke, the damage, but then again, it's still super duper painful if you combine the boomerang and as well as Yumi's Q.
I mean, even through all of that, if you didn't think that Crit is actually losing his matchup in the bottom lane, he's not. He's taking quite a bit of damage, yes, but the CS is slightly in its favor, mind you that. So, you haven't really lost anything too much. There's going to be the stun dash on Thompson. Does get the repel off. He does get the kill first onto the Lissandra. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. And as Len tries to help his teammate out, it seems like Crit goes for the punish. They can't do too much. That's going to be the 1-for-1 trade. But the kill going to the hands of Chote. And Michael will get that revenge one. Does he have a devastating charge? Does he have his ultimate? Not just yet. Could go for a flash. Maybe snipe out Kenzo. But they have to respect that Chote is here. He doesn't have the World Ender, but does have all of his other tool set here. He's a little bit squishy. Only has a long sword and a Doran shield, who he's not going to have much impact. But what? Okay, gets the snipe out of nowhere, and Len. That was probably one of the smoothest snipes I've seen in a while.
You know, I wish they added this line to Sivir when she throws the boomerang. Pizza delivery! And then dead. That was the best. Then again, it's not really the in character of Sivir, because she's like the really edgy AD carry like pizza delivery. Yeah, just like that.
I mean, could be. But
Could be. But anyway, you gotta hand it to Len though. He's doing an amazing job here on this Sivir pick and landing all of those key cues. Because anyway, Kenzo did not have heal, did not have flash at all, so it was very difficult, especially if you've already used your shield, especially if you thought that wouldn't have hit ya. Mid lane though.
Mid lane a little bit. Oh, dancing around the Qs. Chote. We'll put a little bit of damage there. Think about it, there is a slight advantage for USD now in the bottom lane because they did get the 1 kill. Pickaxe into that hammer as well for Len here, but Chote having so much more impact onto that mid lane, especially now that he has that fade. It adds a little bit of movement speed boost, a little bit of gap closing against Sarah when he tries to go for those 1v1 matchups or face-offs, and it does give him a little bit of a boost. Now, if you check out this top lane, it seems like Pao has dominated this side of the rift, only having a Ninja Tabi on Kurosu while he is halfway done to his Trinity Force. That is a very scary thought. Once you think that Aurelia actually has that in her arsenal.
Very true. Even won the 1v1 earlier against Kurosu. This is a very slower pace in comparison to game number 1. Like you really do want to rush all your items first. We did mention how bot lane is just gonna chill a little bit, but USD will take advantage of their strong wave clear, strong poke. You mentioned how you don't have to really try to aim it well because you can go through the minions, your Q, and then meanwhile you can control the Q. Wait, there's the ult though, there's the stun.
Oh, does get the stun, gets the root in. This is USD showing their dominance. He does have level 7 crit, cannot escape, doesn't even need, actually he did use the Onslaught of Shadows there, and that's gonna be a 2-for-0. Teletigers just showing their fangs at this moment, and the kitty claws of Salvari Nari are yet to show themselves. That's already a 1-5. And this is not looking good at the very start of this one. Thompson's right here. Here's the devastating charge. Chases him down. Thompson's not in a really good situation. Chote has to use the World Ender. Does force him back out. The stun or the slow to connect onto Thompson. He has to go over. Does use the red group. Will have to be, or rather, does not get hit by the Q, the boomerang blade of Sivir. But that was just a show of strength already coming out from Teletigers.
Yeah, immediately once the cocoon missed, and then that was the go signal for Michael and everybody else from USD to just charge in and take advantage of the cooldowns. But yes, bot lane, they have a very strong poke, very strong wave clear, and that's the reason why they've been getting a lot of plates onward this tower. They're not afraid, and at this point, half
Here it
HP.
is.
Whoa. True Shot Barrage not gonna connect, but we see Michael just lingering around. No flash for both champions, for both players, Kenzo and Crit. They are gonna be very vulnerable to, against Michael here once he just continues
Oh no!
with his gank.
He just used his arcade chip. He doesn't have flash anymore. He goes in, does activate the Lulu ultimate there, but Crit cannot survive. TP will be had by Sarah, and all hell breaks loose. Whoa! Yumi activates her ultimate, gets the slow, and forces Kenzo to use his stopwatch there, and will still go down 2-0 already into the pockets of the Teletigers, and they could even get more with that bottom tier 1 already exposed to the elements. It's not looking good. Pao could actually overcommit onto the top lane and go on to Corrosive, but that will not happen.
Beautiful tower aggro on the bottom side of the map as well. So no one had to take critical damage once they decided to dive. The stopwatch wasn't able to help save Kenzo here on the bottom side of the map. And again, it's like deja vu, except for the fact that they intentionally just really wanted to keep farming a power farm, at least get the Iceborne Gauntlet to have a good match. But now Essence Weaver has been completed, 3-0-2. That's going to be a scary lane. And you can see that Michael has been attacked by Chote in his own jungle. But at this point, you can see how important it is, how Chote had managed to control the wave. So teleport has been used by Sarah. And therefore, the only teleport that they have to watch out for is Chaos in the next few moments in the game.
Yeah, I'm feeling like even though they actually don't need Pao to teleport at the moment because they're so strong. Like, they don't need him at all. He just can bully Corrosive as much as possible and get himself fed in his particular lane. But as I say that, if you look at it, Corrosive is actually winning in terms of the CS, but overall, Teletigers really having a fun time here, especially like you said, in that bottom lane. Having Sivir with the Essence Reaver here is such a scary thing if you think about it, because you just every part of her kit just benefits from that particular item. You get yourself extra mana, you get yourself damage output with the ricochet and the boomerang blade, and everything just falls into place. And Michael has been a phenomenal jungler. Tamsu has yet to show his true self, and how? Oh, he might be in a weird situation here, but they're too far apart. They can't get him, and they line up for the stun. He's not going to be in harm's way anytime soon.
Yeah, probably going home has enough for the Triforce, yes, for the Triforce. But there's a wave clear, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. So
comes out of nowhere with the onslaught of shadows, and Kenzo was like, what just happened? Now Yumi gets the crit, or rather the roots onto crit, and crit will get hit, goes down for the count. Oh no! Corrosive comes out of nowhere, but he will immediately get blown up. 4 versus 1 scenario. He activates the dominance, but it's not gonna happen. Shota comes in here, with Santo, and he actually gets the punish, activates the world, and they're chasing down. Sarah, what can you do? Slams it back in, does get booped. But still, Michael and Len right here, still with that itemization. 2 versus 1 scenario. How is Corrosive surviving this? But now the cleanup crew has arrived. Pao goes in, and that is a delayed ace for the Teletigers, plus that bottom tier 1 that could have gone to the Solvarinari Squadron. But what just happened?
that opens up the dragon as well. There's just so much space. They got a lot from that. They got a ton of kills. Equates to gold. They got another tower. I mean, they got a tower at the bottom side of the map, then a dragon. That is the best. Let's take a look at the replay here. So it all started when Michael just entered into the fray with his ultimate. So they just collapsed upon the bottom side of the map, which they are not equipped to take this fight just yet. They're caught in between towers. So what Kurosu did, he just seeked Sanctuary and just let the rest while he waits for cooldowns to be back online. Chota did an amazing job just stalling and being that meat shield, and at the same time dealing a ton of damage. But at the end of the day, that you can see USD played that super well. They had an amazing advantage during the early phases of the game. It transitioned well, and that's the reason why they're so brave in taking these fights in between towers, because they know they can burst someone down and move on to the next person, whoever is going to come and help UI. And at this point, what is next for UI? They already have a Sheen already for a crit, but again, he's not having the best time. Here comes the lane swap already. just gonna try to attack Kurosu's gonna dash in actually because Tamsu's around.
No fear on this man. Even though his team is behind, he wants to get advantage, but Kurosu is taking so much damage, even through the Black Cleaver. Michael chasing it. Oh, gets the repel. Okay, chasing it in. Tamsu has to go away. Ren gets sniped. What in God's name just happened? Sarah from the sideline there, and UST just runs through. Rather, their opponents in the top lane. Shate wanted to join his teammates there, but he didn't want to join them in the grave, ladies and gentlemen, as this is looking to be a fiesta for the UST Teletigers. What can the UI Salvari Nari do? Crit and Kenzo having a difficult time against Pau. This is not looking good at all.
Yeah, USD is having an amazing run here for game number 2. It's very textbook style. Okay, we scared them off, we eliminated the threats, we take Dragon, we take tower at bottom side. We're done with that. Checklist, the band. Let's move on towards top side, whereas Kuroso most likely will be there alone. No one will probably try to help him, and therefore it was such like an easy collapse because it was only Tamsu and they managed to turn things around. And now we see USC also getting the Rift Herald, so they're getting everything that they needed on towards this, you know, win condition checklist, and USD is sticking with it. They're very disciplined, they're very clean, and that is the reason why we're seeing a 705 Lien, a 308 Michael here on this Hecarim. Already has a Triforce as well, Boots of Swiftness, so it's gonna be extra painful, especially if you can join powers with Gresha on the Yumi, and as well as Len with on the Hunt. It's just gonna be extra painful.
There's not, again, it just goes back to Game 1. There's not a lot more options here for UI. I mean, they do have a couple, but it's not enough. I mean, you are looking at Kurosu, who only has a Black Cleaver. He's supposed to be that Renekton who kind of absorbs quite a bit of damage when he activates the Dominus, but it's not looking good at all. Lucia Barrage will be activated, but they have 4 minutes mid-tier 1. Here comes Sarah coming in from the sidelines. They do get the connection onto this Lulu, onto Shate, and that's going to be a double kill. Mind you that they're still pushing onto the mid-tier 2. They do have a good chunk of wave, but it will get cleared out pretty well by the side here. They do summon the Rip Herald, and now they're going to be looking onto the mid-tier 2. Kurosu into the front line, gets slapped in onto the mid-tier 2 right here with the Rip Herald, takes it down. And they will have a little bit of a breather here for UI, but that, well, that is happening. Now into the bottom lane. Is split pushing to his heart's content.
Yep, Serene, looks like they managed to utilize the Rift Herald, not being able to damage thoroughly the tier 2 tower on the mid lane, but looks like it's going to be a-okay. It's pretty damaged. It's just one hop and a punch, but there's going to be an attack on Tamsu.
Hop and a pop, the big bad Wolf Cow coming in online, 1 versus 1. Dominus onto the side here. Grid comes in. That's going to be the 1-for-1 exchange here, ladies and gentlemen, but UST comes in to the rescue with their team piece, gets the double kill, chased out on Grid, but underneath the tower, underneath that Grid, rather, they have to respect. Len gets the shield there onto the roots of Shate and has to back away, respecting his opponent. Nobody to get the flank here for the moment, as Kurosu is actually down for the count. Doesn't have his TP as well, but that was, I would say, a fair trade. Even though they did lose more, at least they got Pau off of the board for the meantime.
That's true. At least they managed to protect the second tower. Bottom tower will buy them more time. At least it gets some. It solidifies their, you know, mid game. At least they don't lose that tier 2. But that's what we said. Ezreal, you can see that he has been hurting on towards these skirmishes. Crick has now the Iceborne Gauntlet, Manamune already been maxed out, and I'm hearing. At this point, I'm seeing pings rather here on the Dragon. That's going to be an air drag, going to really help towards this phase of the game at the 20-minute mark. In terms of roams, if they want to do 131s, if they want to do 1-4, it's going to be very helpful. But you can see that 2 towers are there. Oh, wait.
He only used the Onslaught of Shadows to go over the wall, activate Devastating Charge, because he saw 1 ward drop down. Michael is now a madman. Literally a madman. This guy doesn't stop at all. 5-0-11.
Yeah, it was like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, because there wasn't actually a ward near the Dragon Kid, so he wasn't able to like spot out who actually put that in. But either way, he's a 5-0-11 horse with a 650 G bounty on his head.
You can call it like a stallion.
A stallion. Can you do the horse effect? No, you don't want to? Okay.
I'm shy. Brush my
You're
hair.
shy, but okay, top side, not shy at all.
Yumi 2v1, alright, with his Hecarim buddy. Dominus activated by Kurosu, trying to escape with the slice and dice, but I mean, who is the faster animal here? Is it the... Wait, is it an alligator crocodile? Is it the crocodile or is it the horse? You gotta give it to the horse. The sniperoo comes in from Pao. And you just gotta give a lot of credit here for Teletigers having that really good amount of vision that they force their opponents to try to clear it out and then go for the punch.
Oh wow!
Chasing it down even more on some shadows once again. And with that 2v1 combination from Michael and Sarah, hey, there you go, Michael, Sarah, they get themselves another kill. And from all angles, Teletigers is just bombarding Salvari Nari here. What can they do? What other options do they have? Because right now UST is on the prowl.
Yep, Serene. Now they're doing the sieging here. USP want to try to run away. There's a stun in. Michael's their primary target.
Activates the Wild Throw, chasing him down, but they do have a good amount of CC with the Yumi. Can't really force anything, and while that was happening, before their eyes, bottom tier 3 is already down. So that means that the only tier 3 remaining for their opponents is the top tier 3. Now Pao is being chased here. They're gonna try to commit onto this one because they have nothing else to go for. Gets the stun onto Kanto. This is good. 3 vs 1 scenario. They're actually dealing quite a bit of damage and Pao can't do anything. So a shutdown will be in hand. Last hit or the kill will be given to Crit. So that's really good here for UI. But still they have a lot of work before they can come back in this one. An 11,000 lead against UST.
That's going to be a good 30 seconds more or less without Pao. So how is UI going to take advantage of this? Yes, they will manage to push the wave, maybe get bottom side at the moment because, but it's going to be a little bit risky because teleport, what do you call this? There is teleport on towards Pao. So if he does want to, what do you call this? If he does want to initiate and stop the siege, they will not take a risk. Anyway, so it is going to be a-okay. At least get a breather, at least get a reset. But again, there's just so much damage from UST side because normally you want to think maybe there is some sort of like a counter for 1v1s, but honestly speaking, it's so hard to deal with Pao right now. It's so hard to deal with Michael as well. You really have to make picks, which is...
Oh, that's not good. They activate the prison from Sarah, but immediately he's so safe. He has so much utility to work with, and Michael can actually 1v1 Jote. This is not good at all. Get the snipe from the side. Wow, what insane! They're actually caught in the prison of this Aurelia. 1-1 by 1, they go down. Kanto's being chased. They get down the 1, the alligator. It's only Kanto to remain. And oh no, he's just running away. And that's gonna be an ace here for the Teletigers. Straight down into the midtown, and that could be game number 2. How much seconds do we have in terms of the cooldown? Shota is on a 10-second cool or wrist 1 timer. He still could defend, but UST can just go out on these inhibitors.
Yep, Siri, they did an amazing job from early to mid. Again, it's just clean. It's very a familiar tone in the game from game number 1, taking it to game number 2. Still very calm, collected, yet confident with their moves. And again, speaking of clean, they're still being very reserved. They're not going to be too aggressive, even though they do have a lot of lead, a humongous lead at that. Vijay is just going to take out the scrying and just going to skedoodle away with Yumi anyways. But at this point, Baron is going to be open to that 3 inhibitors down. Discipline, discipline, discipline. That's what I'm seeing from UST.
Yeah, and the big problem here is because Teletigers is showing, like you said, this discipline here, it's going to be even harder for Salvarnari to kind of find fights. And the reason why they want to find fights as of this moment is because if you look at the composition, it doesn't really scream late game. And Teletigers says a different story. They have an Aurelia, they have a Sivir, and maybe even the Hecarim and the Sandra, but mostly the Sivir and the Aurelia here. And it's not really a good matchup at all. Kurosu just wanted to scout out a little bit, and maybe he's in a bad situation here, but they won't overcommit onto him. He's trying to force maybe something to happen, but there is the Glacial Path activated by Stero, gets the snipe down on Kenzo, and they are just forcing a fight here that they cannot win. And now Salvari Nari is once again in danger of getting aced from the sideline. They take out 3, make it 4, and Crit is the only one to remain. Michael is on the onslaught, and he does have that chase potential. Does he spot where Crit is positioning himself? Looks like that's going to be a no, but with a 4-kill lead, or 4 deaths on the side of Salvari Nari, it's just going to be straight down into the Nexus turret, and then the Nexus, and then that's going to be game 2.
Yep, Siri, congratulations. to UST for winning
Wow.
game number two rather. From game number one to game number two, super clean, super calm and collected. I really like their play style. In terms of laning phase, they're so comfy. They know how to play around the composition of University of Iloilo, and that is why I'm not going to be surprised if they have earned a few fans from the audience or as well as in the stream.
So, with that being finished, it's now one more game before the USD Teletigers claim victory, claim this tournament for themselves. The question now is, it's the obvious question now, can Salvari Nari bring this back? There is still a possibility there. It's not game over. It's not over till it's over, obviously. But of course, with game two concluding, we'll take a very, very short break. And while we do have a short break, Rumble Royale will be continuing with their